down, I'ma burn it all to the ground. Make sure the whole world feel it. That's just how I'm feeling.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
On second down, here's Gibson again. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Kind of an odd schedule this year. These two teams getting their 2 games in very late in the season. Their first meeting just a few weeks ago, back in Week 15. And it was Washington winning on the road, so they're looking to finish off the sweep here at FedEx Field. Now the first carry for Bryce Love. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And they'll try to throw now. Heineke. And this one incomplete. Tag to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On 3rd down, Heineke slings this deep from McLaurin. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. And they're indeed going. Here's Heineke. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Shotgun handoff now for Love. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
To throw is Heineke. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Throwing, Heineke. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And the play fake, and now Heineke. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. Off the play fake, Heineke. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
4th down, Heineke. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. And the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll fake the give to Sanders. And now blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. Throw left side complete. That's Sanders. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on third down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 44-yard line.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And Sanders has got it complete. Sanders a first down, still going. And finally taken down at the 15. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. We're scoreless after 1. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On the draw, here's Sanders. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he's got it. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 21st touchdown of the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. but they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, 77 yards. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
They go play action with Hurts. Hurts fumbles it. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. On first down, here's Love. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Four yards remain for 2nd down.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Right 42. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Now Heineke. Eluding the pressure right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And the Eagles are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape. How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On first down, Hurts. And this one's incomplete. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough, and I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Hurts. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing his Hurts. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Juju Smith-Schuster. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Looking to throw, Heineke. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun. Here's Heineke. To the right side and complete to Thomas. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Heineke now. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Heineke. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Heineke again. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10. From the gun, Heineke. Slings this deep for McLaurin. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 41. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Now he steps away. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Hurts sets up to throw it. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. The reception good for 7. It's third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Here's Hurts to throw. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Cameron Curl up to make the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Hurts. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Play action. Here's Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Back to throw again. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The kick by Elliott is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Heineke. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Heineke. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be complete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on fourth down? They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
2nd and 5. They're going to look to throw. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Sanders. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you work.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
At the line and ready to roll. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Heineke to throw it. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
First down, Heineke. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
Andy, do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. They'll look to throw. He's going to drop this down to Sanders, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They go play action here on first down. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 44-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And bulldoze it, Hurts fumbles it, and it's Washington that scoops it up, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They trail by 2 scores in the 4th, and their defense did its job. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Heineke. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Heineke on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Throwing again, Heineke on 2nd and 10. Open man is Samuel, complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well. But
a moot point there as they were able to connect. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Heineke. Thomas brings it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On first down, it's Love. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Here's Heineke. Looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas with touchdown number 7 on the year. And Washington able to make this a close game again. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded just outside the goal line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. 1-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coach...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Good job, baby. Way to hold on to it now. Okay, here we go.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Wide open receiver complete. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Another run with Sanders. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
They'll try and run forward with Sanders. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Here's J.K. Scott now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. One last shot now for Heineke. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And the Eagles are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that